Some stories should be impossible. Documented events, confirmed by witnesses, investigated by authorities, yet none of them make sense. Tonight, you will see 5 cases that blur the line between reality and the unexplainable. Each one is true, each one is disturbing, and each one will stay with you long after this video ends. In 1987, a man died in a violent car accident. His body was found burned beyond recognition. Investigators used partial fingerprints and personal items to confirm his identity. The case was closed. 2 years later, in another state, an industrial explosion killed a night shift worker. When the fingerprint analysis came back, it matched the same man who had already been declared dead in 1987. 5 years after that, a fishing boat drifted into the harbor with a decomposing body on board. The fingerprints once again matched the same individual, same scars, same blood type, the same man, dead for the 3rd time. But the strangest detail was found tucked at the end of the police file. A letter signed with the man's name delivered 3 days after his 3rd official death. The handwriting matched an old birthday card he had written years before his first death. 3 deaths, same identity, no explanation.
In a remote farming village, life went on normally until exactly noon on a clear summer day. 68 residents collapsed into a deep sleep within the same minute. They fell in the fields, on the streets, inside their homes, everywhere. Doctors searched for toxins, gases, contaminated water, neurological triggers. Nothing. Tests came back clean. The villagers simply would not wake up. For 10 days they remained unconscious. Their heart rate slowed. Their bodies cooled. It was as if the entire village had slipped into the same dream. When they finally awoke, every person reported the exact same vision. A silent city made of unfamiliar architecture, with streets that appeared nowhere on any map. Above the city, they all heard the same metallic humming coming from the sky. One doctor later claimed he heard voices inside the homes at night, dozens of people talking in unison while still asleep. Authorities sealed off the village for weeks. To this day, no cause has ever been identified. A woman received a letter with no return address. The postmark date was 3 years in the future. Inside were detailed instructions on how to avoid a car accident that, according to the letter, would happen within days. She ignored it. The accident happened anyway, and she survived only because of a small coincidence mentioned in the letter. More letters followed. Each predicted events with disturbing accuracy. Injuries, arguments, chance encounters, financial changes, all described in advance. Police investigated harassment, identity theft, psychological manipulation. Nothing fit. The letters came from different post offices. No fingerprints, no DNA. The final letter described her own death in chilling detail, including autopsy facts that had not yet happened. Handwriting experts compared the letters with her journals. The match was clear. The letters were written by her, but older, more practiced, as if she had written them years in the future. The last letter arrived the day after she died, delivered by someone who never appeared on the security camera, only a burst of static at the moment of delivery. 3 victims in different cities wrote in their personal journals about the same dream. A faceless man in a gray suit standing beside their beds, staring silently. All three died within 48 hours of describing the dream. No signs of struggle, no forced entry, no physical cause connecting the cases. In each home, investigators found a pocket watch left on a table. Every watch was frozen at the exact same time, 3:33 a.m. Theories ranged from a coordinated stalker to psychological contagion. But then came a survivor, a young man who dreamed of this same faceless figure. He fell into a coma shortly afterward. Before losing consciousness, he whispered, "He said he came back for me." When news of the cases spread online, thousands of people around the world reported dreaming of the same man. Same suit, same posture, same silence. Thousands of identical dreams, and no trace of the man in the waking world. In 1991, a family took a simple photograph of their 4-year-old daughter. The picture developed normally and was stored in an album. A year later, they noticed something impossible. The photograph had changed. It now showed the girl looking 30 years older, with deeper features and adult proportions. The child herself remained unchanged. More photos were taken over the years. Every single one aged drastically on its own. At age 10, the photo showed a woman in her 50s. At 15, a woman nearing 80. Different cameras, different film, different photographers, the result was always the same. On her 21st birthday, a final photograph was taken. In reality, she was young and healthy, but the photo showed a frail, elderly woman on the edge of collapse. Months later, the young woman disappeared. No signs of struggle, no note, no explanation. The final developed image contained something new. No person at all. Just an empty bed, and on the floor, a pair of small children's slippers. 5 stories, 5 impossible events that somehow happened. Cases that remain unexplained, unanswered, and unresolved. The world is full of mysteries that refuse to fit into logic. Some are forgotten, some are hidden, and some continue to unfold even now.